So by now we've all probably seen this video, and if you haven't, here it is.
But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that.
As if that's not bad enough, the follow-up video is even worse. Like, someone needs to go check on this woman's husband.
This is just one of many messages that my husband has gotten, asking people if they know that I posted the video. Yes, he knows. And yes, he knows 2 million people have seen it now. And he doesn't care. Neither of us care. We care about our relationship, which is why I posted about it, was to ask for advice. And since I posted, we have talked about it more, not just with each other, but with people we know, which has been super nice. And
beginning, the fact that she got married to this man in the first place, knowing damn well that something was missing within the relationship, is fucking diabolical. What most of you need to understand is that when women say that they're missing something in their marriage, they are meaning that they are missing out on their hoe phase or have missed out on their hoe phase because they wasted so many years on their family. They have been brainwashed into believing that there's more to life than growing little humans, watching your family grow, and building an empire with a man. When women say that something is missing and more exciting, it means that they want to be single for a little bit, go be a hoe, and still come back and be a wife. And that's just not how it works. Additionally, what's actually insane is that this woman says it's been the best week of her life. Do you want to know why it's been the best week of her life? It's because she's getting the attention and the validation that women crave. Women will only be happy when they are getting the validation that they need, whether that's in their marriage or outside of their marriage. So what ends up happening is that their husbands give them all of the attention and all of the validation, and it becomes boring. It becomes habitual. It becomes like fake because they're so used to it. But some outside stranger can give them that same amount of attention, and it means more to her than it does from her husband, because she's used to her husband always being there. You have to think about it as like a shiny new toy. Okay? So when you get like a new TV, a new car, it's exciting, it's fun, it's everything you want it to be. But as soon as the newness wears off, now it's old and it's boring. And that's exactly what happens in relationships. And they think that the grass is greener on the other side. This is also a perfect example of how so many women want the ring and want the wedding and want all of the things, but when the responsibility of being a wife actually shows up, they're bored and uninspired. Most women want fathers, not partners. What do I mean by that? It means that they want to be taken care of. They want their bills paid. They want to be able to go and do whatever the hell they want, when they want to do it, disrespect their husbands in the name of like girlhood and doing what they want and being free, while simultaneously still being a wife. And that's just not realistic or how it works. You don't get to disrespect your husband time and time again while he takes care of the household and you do nothing. This is also a perfect example of how so many women are just scrolling online all of the time, and they're getting advice from their friends. They're getting advice from their family. Somebody needs to go check on that man, because imagine going to every family function here on out or going out with their friends together, and everybody knows that this woman doesn't want to be with this man. This man is saving face. This man has been humiliated online, and this woman thinks that it's the best week of her life. So the best week of your life is humiliating your husband because your marriage is supposedly working? No, it's the attention and validation that makes you feel like your marriage is working. I promise you, the majority of women will always put their feelings above anybody else. Women will always put their needs and how they feel above how their husband feels. 100% of the time. Because why is it not for a single second a thought or a consideration, if you really love this man, what it might do if he gets less time with his kids? She sat down and thought about all of the logistics, but never thought about how it might make him feel. It was all about her. It was all about what she needed and how they were going to split the time and all of that, because it was what was going to fulfill her, but not about the husband, who's also put in 10 years and been trapped with a woman who is basically saying she's been missing out for the last 10 years. Imagine if the roles were reversed and a man came online and said that he's been with his wife for 10 years and he doesn't feel fulfilled, or, they're lacking in intimacy. Y'all would be up in the comments saying that he's a piece of shit because you can't force your wife to have sex with you, or like she's doing the best she can and she's burnt out. But y'all are not giving that same energy for this man. I promise you, the day that a woman comes online and wants to talk about you and humiliate you like this, to this extent, and admit to the world that she's never wanted a long-term relationship with you and that she's been missing something, that would be the day that I sign the divorce papers and never talk to her again. A lot of you need to stop fearing losing everything, because there is happiness on the other side of this kind of bullshit. This woman is addicted to the validation and the attention that she's getting from this post, and that is why she feels like it's the best day of her life or the week of her life, and she doesn't care about how it affects her husband. Okay, bye.